Iron in the soul. What's up, YouTube? It's your big brother King Jabez back in another video. You know what time it is out of the day? Bitter Jabez, Dago T Jabez, Smoothhead Jabez, Egyptian Not Jabez. You know what time it is out of the day? Proper Talking Jabez. Let's get to work. Please follow me over on Instagram at The King Jabez, as well as my website, theIronSoul.com. Whatever you choose to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Well, let's do some work. I have a very important message for you today. And this is something I have been leaning towards for a while now. And I told you, I get these dreams and revelations every day from, I believe, the Most High himself, which I believe are direct messages for me on a personal level, as well as they're often not just for me. They're often for the community of people who follow me. In other words, the Most High knows I have an audience online following me. Right? If you don't believe that, you shouldn't be following me. And I think that sometimes he gives me direct dreams that are a message for you. And I have one today that is clearly a message for you. Sometimes I have 2-3 dreams in a night. And when I can remember them in the details and it's a clear message and revelation, I'm going to step out and start sharing this. And so I'm a little nervous because some of you are going to feel a little, this is too woo-woo for you, whatever it may be. But I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to do what I believe. And I got to thank my wife for this. My wife told me, you need to start sharing those dreams, baby. God's giving me those dreams to speak to people. And I've been thinking about this I'm going to be honest. See, this your big bro. Your big bro can't lie to you. Your big bro been thinking about this for probably maybe 2-3 months now, right? And I've kind of jumped out there a few times, but I'm gonna start getting a little more bold. And I'm going to just really give these fresh words to you. If I believe that the Most High has given this to me to give to you, then if I'm your big brother, I need to share this with you, right? And so I think today's video, I'm going to be honest, it's not for everybody. But I believe it's for a lot of y'all, especially you entrepreneurs, you creative business type people, whoever it may be. Some of you, this word is for you. And so when you listen to this, I want you to listen to the whole video, hear the dream, hear the revelation, receive this message. In this dream, there was a man playing basketball. And he was out there, he was balling. You know what I mean? I'm talking pulling up, hitting jump shots, dunking, getting down. And his teammates were just watching him like he wasn't doing it. People in the stands were not watching him. And so there are a lot of you people are purposefully ignoring you. They see your work. They see your worth. And I don't know what this speaks to, your business, if it speaks to your talent, if it speaks to your social media presence, if this speaks to your involvement with the community. I don't know what it is. But your power is undeniable, and yet they treat you like you're invisible. And so for some of you, I want to encourage you, keep doing what you're doing. They're not recognizing you, but you're going to be seen. Your open door, your opportunity for advancement will come. And so to kind of add to this dream, I had a second one. Sometimes I have 2 to 5 dreams in one night. And so to add to this one is going to speak to you as well. This is also concerning a man. And he was working a job, making like $50,000 a year. And, that was the cap at this particular job, this particular business. And he was talking to HR, the bosses at the job, and kind of just really realizing this is all he can get here. This is the max. So he had to leave this job. And when he left this job, he was able to double the income and to get that first 100K. Many people have seen this online. You see the entrepreneurs and businessmen, they talk about how difficult it is to get that first 100K, right? And so in this dream, this man got the 100K, which he would have never got at that job. So what am I saying to some of you? I think the message from God is clear. Some of you are somewhere where you are being ignored, though your power is undeniable. And you're going to have to step out, leave that job. I'm not saying to do it. I'm not saying to be stupid. Do it tomorrow, and your bill's done. You listen to Big Brody leave and lights get cut off next week. Be smart. Leave it in the right time. But some of you, you're feeling that pull to get out that 9-to-5 culture because you're only going to go so far with that. Now, this word isn't for everybody. Let me make that clear. I'm not telling everybody to hear this talk to quit your job. This is not for everybody. I repeat, this is not for everybody. But some of you, this word is for you. Your way to that first 100K is to leave that establishment. So that means you have the ability to do this. You have a talent. In other words, the ability is being wasted in this place. You're at a job, you're at a business, you're at an organization, company, church, whatever it may be, where your talents are being unrecognized. And it's a waste. You have all these abilities. You have the potential to really influence a lot of people. And you're just somewhere in this little office just kind of just letting your life waste away just to make ends meet. So I want to give you that word to really challenge you to step out there. That bag is there for you. But you will never get it staying under this job, staying at this establishment, staying in that dear relationship. So this may speak of leaving your hometown. This may speak of going to a new city. This may speak of you really pursuing that business idea you had for the longest now. It's going to be 2024. And so this is a time for a shift. And many of you, you've been listening to my talks. I've talked about this in various talks in the past, the transfer of wealth. We talked about, just the need for, in fact, there's a very popular video that I did over on TikTok. And a lot of people really spoke to a lot of people that really got their attention, just speaking about the blessings that are coming upon the chosen ones in these last days. And the purposes for that is to position us on God's divine chessboard so that we can be effective in these last days. So I don't know who this word is for, but I had those two very clear dreams, and I know it's for somebody. So if that word is for you, I want you to speak on that. Give me a comment in the comment section. You know it's time for you to lead a 9-to-5 culture. You've been filling that pool, and you're somewhere where the 50K, that's the cap. That's as far as you're going. And literally, and what I think was interesting about this dream is that when this man left the dream, this wasn't a mistake. It went from 50K to 100K. So literally, he doubled his income. She doubled her income. This is speaking to you ladies too, by gambling on himself. So the word to me from God is clear. Some of you need to gamble on yourself. You're at a cap where you're at. This person, he talked to HR and everything. Basically, he told the bosses, this is all we can give you. This is what we got here for you. And he had to have enough courage to step out. And let me say this with this dream. I'll give you some wisdom with this. If you're going to do something like that, understand that entrepreneurship is going to be harder than working a 9-to-5. You're going to be working a lot of hours. So if you're thinking it's going to be less work, it's going to be more work. It's going to be difficult. So make sure you're mentally ready for that transition. Make sure you're physically ready for that transition. So I'm not telling you to be hasty. I'm not telling anybody to listen to this talk and just do something that doesn't make sense. But if you really have what it takes to be successful in that type of lane, that dream is for you. It went from 50K to 100K. That was the second dream. The first dream, he was playing basketball, dunking, shooting jump shots, out there balling, being ignored, and it was clear that he had ability. So this speaks to some of you who are being underutilized. Okay, am I talking to you? I know I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you today. I'm on couch with you right now. You're being underutilized. You have abilities, you have talents that are just being wasted somewhere in a 9-to-5 culture when you're made for so much more. You can turn that 50 into 100, but it's going to take the courage to make that move. Now, let me give you some wisdom with this. Big bro, what are you saying? Again, I'm not telling you to make the move tomorrow. Let's just say you may make that move in 180 days. I'm going to put some teeth in this. 6 months. You may make that move, some of you, a year from now. Some of you may make that move 2 years from now. So I'm just trying to drop something for you. I'm not telling you to just make a bad decision. I'm your big brother. I'm not going to misguide you. Okay? So don't get out there and just, I'm finna quit tomorrow. No, think this through. you feel me? Don't do nothing that's going to hurt you. Big bro ain't going to lie to you. Ain't going to send you off. You feel me? But for some of you, you have it. Now, if you don't, that's cool. Don't, this ain't for you. This message ain't for everybody. You feel me? So don't mess yourself up. But if you got it, you got this burning fire to do something innovative, music, business, entrepreneurship, traveling with a business idea, whatever it is you got, you have some ability, you have a value, you have worth that is being wasted. Am I talking to you? You know you got what it takes. And it's going to take you stepping out, leaving that comfortable position for something better. Leaving something that's okay for something that's good. So that first 100K, it's going to be hard to get. But you're going to need courage. I'm going to talk to you what I know for being in entrepreneurship the last 4 years. You're going to need faith. You're going to have to work hard. You have to be mentally tough. You have to be willing to put in sometimes 10 to 15 hour days. Okay? It ain't no shortcut. Yeah, so some of you say, I want to work for myself. You're working all day. Big bro pretty much works all day. You know, from the time I get up with my kids in the morning to about 11, 12 o'clock at night every day. It's like Steve Jobs, just constantly grinding. This is just part of it. I go from this to the gym, to reading, to the business with my wife. We're working, running. So if you have that type of work ethic where you can just run every day, this for you. I'm talking to you. So leave me a comment. Let me know. I want to see who this spoke to. Now, big bro, you speaking to me. I've been thinking about that myself. I have this business plan. I have a skill and ability. I have something fresh to offer the world that's not there yet. And now is your time to release that gift to the world. That's all I got for you today. This is your big bro, King Jabez. Thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.